star-like, bright and sparkling spots in various colors, red spots, bright clouds, hazy, nebulous or luminous, red or yellow beams of light, and in some cases there are very clear descriptions of lightning on the moon, many in combination with weird moving shadows and glows, vapors, smoky, dark and gray mist, and also reports have been made of volcanoes, visible during a long period of 15 till 30 minutes. Ever since this photo was made available, people thought it was photographed in space. The shape is weird, and indeed it looks like an object flying overhead the moon. It is not. Look what happens when we turn the image and play with the contrast. After rotating the image, we see a bright glow and weird shadows on the moon's surface, so in my view we see a transient lunar phenomena. During the Apollo missions, 200 astronomers from 34 countries worked for LION, the Lunar International Observers Network, part of the Smithsonian Center for Short-Lived Phenomena. LION evaluated Earth-based TLP observations, and tried to verify their observations with those made by the Apollo astronauts. July 19, 1969, German astronomers observed a bright luminescence in crater Aristarchus. NASA was informed and they asked the Apollo 11 astronauts, who are still orbiting the moon in their command module, to look at Aristarchus. It was Neil Armstrong who reported back. "Hey, Houston, I'm looking north up toward Aristarchus now, and there's an area that is considerably more illuminated than the surrounding area. It seems to have a slight amount of fluorescence." Till March 1978 there have been 448 reports of TLP in Aristarchus. This is a photo of Aristarchus, taken by Mike's Astro Imagery on December 17, 2005. Was LION part of the Apollo program, and had they been waiting for something to happen? Why would I bring up transient lunar phenomenon in this presentation? With bare eyes it is hardly visible, but this reddish spot on a color photo of the moon, taken by Galileo, deserves a closer look. I rotated the image and selectively removed colors. The final result is a photo in grayscale with one red-colored area, located between the Shiner crater and the Blancanus crater. The red area and the moon surface are extremely blurred, but thanks to forensic image software we can deblur and refocus the image to an extent that we can see the smaller craters next to Shiner and Blancanus, and recognize the contours of the moon's surface. With the photo deblurred we clearly see the craters, the TLP area and in the center a tiny bright white spot. This white spot is not created by the software as I will show you. The Shiner and Blancanus crater are located on the lunar south pole, but can be seen by telescope, as the photo on the right taken by a telescope from Earth shows. Is this bright white spot also visible in other photos taken of the moon? As a matter of fact it is. Here are two samples. The first picture comes from Google Moon, and is from Clementine Lunar Internet Browser version 1.5. The bright spot is clearly visible next to the arrow. The second image comes from Clementine Lunar Internet Browser version 2.0. We apparently see the same two craters but from a different angle. The white spot stands out from the rest of the moon's surface. On the 23rd of April 1994, a transient lunar phenomenon occurred in crater Aristarchus while Clementine was orbiting the moon. Clementine took pictures of the crater, and provided conclusive evidence that the crater walls had turned redder after the transient lunar phenomena. After March 1978, official registration of transient lunar phenomena apparently has been discontinued, as I was unable to find reports made after 1978. This is weird, as a task force of 200 astronomers had been formed during the Apollo program to investigate the phenomena, and NASA nor any other space agency shows any interest. See these hundreds of sightings on the lunar near side. Would it not be wise to further investigate this, concerning the safety of astronauts, and in view of planning landing sites for future missions? Other investigators also try to unravel the mystery of the hidden object. Here is a short overview of the achievements of two, for me, very important researchers. Mr. Joseph P. Skipper and Mr. Jose Escamilla. Mr. Skipper does not perform image enhancements on the images he investigates. His tools are his eyes, and he tells his visitors on www.marsanomalyresearch.com what he sees in the photos. This famous picture with the Zeeman anomaly was uploaded on May 28, 2004. We see a smudged or obfuscated object without details. Years later, another pioneer also made an attempt. Mr. Escamilla, hired for his movie, Moon Rising, a forensic analyst. Conclusion of this forensic analysis, of which I have a copy, reads as follows: it is impossible to determine if the smudging was a deliberate act of differencing or defacing of the image, or was caused by some error in transmission, or lies within the MRSID codec. The expert also claims that no repeatable process is available to discern what was present before the smudging took place. Project Golden Dragon delivers proof of a deliberate act of differencing and defacing of this image. This image shows the enhancement made by Mr. Escamilla, who believed to see the contours of a humanoid standing next to a spaceship or machine. This would mean that the object would be 2 times the size of New York, and although this may seem impossible, I ask you not to judge too quick, as in this presentation, I will show you things you never believed to be possible. It is tradition that a logo is created for every mission. The Clementine logo is one big mystery. I found several versions of the mission logo. Some are heavily compressed, but there is one thing they all have in common. Look at the very tiny sketch in the yellow and red circle. The same tiny sketch on all mission logo, except one, where the object looks blurred and the shape is different. The Clementine mission logo, created by the Ballistic Missile Defense Organization, the Naval Research Laboratory, and the Lawrence Livermore National Laboratory, is very different. But why would someone change the first official logo? When we look at the many differences, it becomes clear that they must have a very good reason for a different logo. Features have been changed, from male to feminine. We see that the firm hand of a man is now a more gentle grip, and the robe on the left picture changed into a woman's dress on the right, where they also added a necklace and a pickaxe. Conclusion: a stately-looking man, the god Apollo, was changed into a young woman, Clementine, the coal mine. Apollo? Yes, Apollo. Compare the person on the logo with the statue of Apollo, and the face, mirrored, found on the Apollo 17 mission patch. Was this originally an Apollo mission, changed by the Department of Defense into Clementine? The first mission logo was a complete drawing, but not this one. When we look at the moon surface, and compare it with the rest of the logo, we see a totally different pattern. In my view, this logo consists of 2 parts, namely a drawing and possibly a piece cut from a photo, because of the clearly visible compression artifacts. The shield held by Clementine shows 3 4-sided diamonds, but we neither find the shape in the logo of the BMDO, nor in the logo of the Strategic Defense Initiative Organization. What does that mean? Is this another cryptographic message? In modal logic, these diamonds express that there is possibility, and in military terms the diamonds stand for camouflage. Was the Clementine mission a false flag operation? The flag on the moon looks fake, as it does not show the actual numbers of red and white stripes. There should be 7 red stripes, and 6 white ones, but we see 5 of both of them. On this logo. 1. The crescent moon is symbolic for new beginnings, and the making of dreams into reality. 2. The official reading of the number 9, written on Asteroid Geographos, is that it refers